We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Houston. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Okay.
Man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Dell motioning over. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down for Houston.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion now, it's Collins. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On play action, Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown number 9 for the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with the 3rd-year man. It's James Cook. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. They'll run the toss with Cook. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. He'll try and run here with Cook. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out, There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
James Cook with a nice gain there to move the chains. And here we are in year 3, Mike, and all James Cook does is get better. Had a good, solid rookie season a couple years ago. 1,500 yards, kind of a breakout year last year, making the Pro Bowl. He continues this steady improvement. He's going to be one of the top backs in the entire league.
So after one, 7-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. Trubisky. That's to the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Cook. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. In motion, Shakir. Throwing is Trubisky. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Trubisky. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass's kick is good. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Dell motioning over. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
First and 10. Here's Cook. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Trubisky to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead. It just doesn't work out.
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Matt Milano there to stop him. Second down and 8.
On the quick, right?
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll power it. Push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. Third and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given. And now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Buffalo.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Here's Trubisky to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here comes Smith on the return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the 1st down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
On first down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On second down, Cook. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves third and short. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Second down and 3. On the ground, it's Edwards. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his 2nd year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now the defense tries to change their look.
Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Stroud going to get rid of this to Dell. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
Here we go.
Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's second and goal.
On the quick, right?
Schultz is the motion man. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try and run with Mixon. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw. Trubisky. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Here's second and 3 to go. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tackle there by Will Anderson.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try it now with Cook. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear